Ooh, let's have a cup of tea.
Good morning, boys and girls. We are in atrocious weather in the Mazda. Like, my GoPro's given up because it's just too wet. There are puddles everywhere. There's like flooded roads. There's like no light. It's what, 1:30, and it's so atrociously dark and wet. Everyone's got their lights on, and it is the worst day, in my opinion, to be out in an MX-5. Also, now that the suspension is quite a bit firmer, I've gone the wrong way. Oh dear. So where are we going? We're going to Blink Motorsport. We're having an alignment done. I had this booked quite a while ago, basically because I've got to drive the car about 160 miles in a couple of weeks, and I don't fancy doing 160 miles with misaligned suspension geometry. Mainly because the tyres, when I went out for a spin in it the other day, the inside of the tyre was quite warm and the outside was stone cold. So that is, you know, classic bad alignment. And if I did 160 miles with one side of the tyre getting really hot, I'm slightly concerned that it will go pop. So that's where we're going today, and that's why I'm driving the car in this weather, because normally should be tucked up in bed right now. I've got no sill on it. There's a big hole. There's no protection on the rust, so I feel like I'm abusing my car today, and in return it's abusing me back with the rough roads and the hard suspension. The only thing I have noticed with the suspension so far is that it's very tail happy. Now I think that's probably to do with the fact that I've got no rear sway bar. It just wants to slide everywhere, which again isn't great, especially when you're in the wet and it's flooded. So, and we're getting a bit steamy because we've got no aircon. I'll catch up with you when we get closer. I only have to endure another 25 minutes. It's like physical torture because of the suspension, as well as mental torture knowing that this car has got rust unprotected on the sill and I'm driving it in the wet. It's all part of the fun though. Could be worse, could be snowing. Okay, boys and girls, we're out the garage. Thanks to the guys at Blink Motorsport. They're very good there, and always nice to have a chat with them. So I'm going to head home now. I've not driven it anywhere so far. It's probably just, well, the 10 feet out the garage, and now I've got to set the sat-nav up to get home. So last time I had the alignment done by Graham, it was made night and day difference. So let's have a go. We've gone for more of a track setup because the tyres that I'm going to put on it very soon are going to be a lot stickier than these ones. So yeah, it feels, well, it feels like it should feel, really. I keep saying that. Why do I keep saying that? Oh, that camera rattle is going to be unbearable. I apologise. It's the coilovers. It feels good. It feels good. Like this car now, the coilovers honestly have made such a difference. It just feels quicker. It feels a lot quicker. But it feels good. Oh yes. And relax. I mean, it feels quite quick. The stiff ride just makes it it makes it a lot more serious of a car, I think. And it's not, I know it's a 2 litre, but it's not a quick car. I'm not pretending it's stupid quick or anything, but it does feel quite quick when you're in it. I think that's mainly just because it's stiff, it's low, and it makes a lot of noise, which is, you know, part of the fun of the MX-5. So you don't have to be doing stupid speeds to feel like you're going a million. But now there's a roundabout on a rough piece of road, and I'm not looking forward to it. But the alignment feels very good. It feels planted, which is exactly what I wanted. Oh. Yeah. This car is a bit savage now, really. I'm not a racing driver, but I feel like I could get into trouble. But please go up. Ooh. Also, I should mention that the Blink guys raised the ride height a bit at the front. It had a bit of a lean on it, sort of like that. The tips of my fingers were the front, it was like that. So they evened it out. It's actually at the lowest point on the rear, so you can't drop the rear down anymore. They evened out the front a bit, which was nice of them. I mean, it feels quick to me. I've driven, what have I driven? On track, 570S McLaren, 720S McLaren, NB, MX-5 I've driven on track. What else have I driven? Aerial Atom. That was a different level of fast, that thing. Road, what have I driven on road? M140i. I've been in M3s, M4s on the road, and this still feels quite quick to me. I mean, okay, there's not a lot of torque here, but when it's up in the rev range, like, maybe it's because I only drive it on a weekend. I don't know. Very, very happy. Happy bunny, if you can't tell. It's probably not going to be a very long video, this, but I'm sure 50% of it I'm smiling. Oh, that's stiff. Motorway, first time on the motorway with the new alignment. This thing gets you tingling. I'm not just doing it for the camera as well. It's a lot more exciting. It's not scary, but I feel like it could be scary quite quickly. It smells quite hot. It's not been driven like that in a while. Yeah, there's a Greggs in this petrol station, so the car that I've chosen to park behind I feel like is having their dinner. I'll catch up with you once I'm home and safe and out of this thing, and there's a bit more light, I hope. Okay, so I'm back home, safe and sound. That's all that matters, really, isn't it? The weather is not conducive to fast driving, and that is why I cannot wait for next year, because all the track days have been cancelled this year. So I'm very excited to go on track with it next year with some stickier tyres on in the dry. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe. If you didn't know, YouTube actually has changed quite a while ago, but there's a lot of questions that I get on it, how you receive notifications. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and also make sure you hit the bell icon on the app, just there, because then YouTube notifies you on your phone or email, whatever you've got set up with Google, when I upload a new video, so you won't actually miss any. So I get a few people asking me why they're not getting notified. It's because you haven't got the notifications turned on your phone for YouTube. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks to the guys again at Blink. The car feels very good in the short time that I've driven it. I'm going to get the rust fixed soon on the sills, so make sure you stay tuned for that, as well as I'm actually in the house now. So it's been about 6 months of doing it up so far. And yeah, I'm actually in it. I've got a desk now set up as well. If you want to see more of the house, let me know by the comments down below. But either way, I hope to see you very soon. Cheers.